Hi, second graders. So today we're going to continue working on our hair. Most of us painted the first color of our clothing. And then you'll probably be ready pretty soon to start working on your background. Now, like I said last class, I want you to sketch in very lightly just where your ground is going to be, or your horizon line where the ground meets the sky. You might not see sky in your picture. Like this one might have more of a crowd. But I do want you to sketch what's going to be in your background very lightly so that then you are ready to paint. Once you sketch it, if I give you the thumbs up, then you can begin to start painting the background. We are not doing the face today. We're going to spend today working on the background, adding details on our clothing, like layering numbers or logos. And then next class, we can finish that part up and we can finalize the face by using color pencils, but we are not going to paint anything on the face today. So if you look at this picture to start, I did my black street first, and now I can go over it if I wanted to with maybe white or yellow to show some of the street lines. I might also want to fill in some grass here, and then I might have a little bit of sky or grass showing in the background. I might not actually have any sky in this picture either, but at least you can see kind of where the ground is. So I have two different size brushes for this. I'm going to start with this kind of like medium brush, and then I might end up using a bigger brush. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm just going to layer on top of my black where I want the yellow. Things that are in front, in the foreground, they are going to be bigger. So if I'm doing this street, the little rectangles that you see, the lines in the street, as it gets to the back, it's probably going to get smaller because I can't see it as clearly. And I want to show that illusion of things getting smaller further back in space. So I have it bigger up here, and then it gets smaller, and then really small as it goes all the way back there. When I'm mixing green for my grass, I want to be really careful when I get around the body, because I don't want to paint with the big brush close to my figure, because then I'm going to get it dirty. So I'm going to use that yellow over here with a small brush and go very slowly all around the figure. I can even paint kind of like a little line going around it. And then when I fill in all the green, it won't be too close to my yellow. So now I could get a little bit of blue. Make sure you're cleaning your brush. I might even want to do lots of little strokes so that it looks like grass instead of painting it smooth. That is up to you, but I'm going to go really slow around my figure, and I'm going to hold the brush, standing it up. I finished up a little bit of the sky. And now I'm going to add maybe some type of logo on my shirt. So I might want to add, I always like to run in Nike stuff, but you might have a different favorite brand, or you might even have a certain number that you like. So I'm going to make a little swoosh, and then I might paint some pockets on my shorts, and that might be it. You might want buttons, you might want to have a scarf on or gloves on. It really depends on what you're wearing in your picture, what you're doing in your picture, to determine any details that you might want on. Now I'm going to move on to the other picture. I decided to, in addition to painting the details of the court, I decided to just paint a pretty sunset background. So if you do have some sky, it doesn't always have to be blue. So I did some red, and then I mixed some yellow and red to get that orange, and then I'm blending them by painting them on top of each other to get a nice fade. And then when I go next to, I'm cleaning my brush, when I go next to the body, I can switch to this smaller brush so that I make sure that it does not get too much on my body. If it does, that's okay, we'll touch it up when it's dry. But you want to stand your brush up, hold it low at the bottom so you have control with it. And then I get a nice background that really pops. And again, next time we'll add stuff on the face. Right now I might just want to add some type of logo or number or pocket onto my clothing. Your backgrounds, then we will be able to move on to the finishing touches with regular color pencils, and that will be for the face. And if you have any other little things like the shoes, I might want to add on laces with color pencils. Have fun.